for Mawaba at the POG political highway. So see a Jasia, that is a update and so an abo at the highway in this war. That's a bread near the pennies. Here, the POG average for Bebo at the rat in same no matter. The Kosu over my Ghana man sim any day council before say Bebo at the rat and then same message. So subscribe to a POG political highway now. About your subscription now I hit notification bell. So there was a bit me a daily updating now I share. Not for first in fact me account from who the echo na insem ben na ene ye bo e de room na ye bo e de ra e the Júbiléé house at say e ye insem a e say wani ense wo ka kire enso abo e de pm ho na insem ben na abo pm ye the NDC IT team no so atimi abo omo abo Mahama den na say omo abo adwuma ye so Détéct some hidden cameras bia abanda da no na yira nana Addo danko Akuffo Addo down no na say Híddén cameras be over 50 hours so almost so AC no Júbiléé house so say the monitor you John Dramani Mahama ebra almost so a position that is the next 4 years no imagine sa footage I be free cameras so the abano almost so the NDC so now we dey come here say asempa to say no so akọ the ama the NDC abusu am say bejebre na ya bo the rasansi me that so.
Listen to this video of Felix Ofosu explaining why the president is actually using this private jet. As I told you before the president can use even the fleet of car at the presidency, national security have to, write a report. They have to analyze or do an investigation, a proper investigation on those fleet of car to make sure that the president can use it. Until then, the president will continue using his what? He will continue using his private car. You remember last week we talked about this story where they say President Mahama went to buy a bulletproof car, Land Cruiser, for $600,000. And I came here, I told you, this is a car that belongs to John Mahama before he was elected as a president. Right? And I gave you the reason why he's using this private car. The same thing, today he's working from his office in cantonment. He's not working from the Júbiléé house because he's waiting for national security to go over to analyze everything, to do the investigation and come up with a report to say that, okay, now we can use it. Do you know that so far they have discovered more than 40 devices, cameras in the Júbiléé house have been deinstalled? What this government is trying to do it, we are watching them with our two korokoro eyes, because they want to make sure that they are monitoring, right, the government. So they put some devices in the Júbiléé house. But thanks to some of the great people within the NDC, some of the brain in technology, we are able to discover some of these devices, monitoring devices. It's not going to happen. So for this private jet, the same thing is happening. The president have asked the armed forces of Ghana that they are responsible for the plane to do an investigation and write a report on the state of the plane before he can start using it. You listen to Felix. You listen to it.
This trip to the Gambia, why did the president travel on Jata private jet?
Well, I'm sure you are aware, as if you didn't remind that President Mahama is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Since he became president, he has requested for a detailed report of the state of the communication squadron. The communication squadron is a unit within the Air Force that handles the presidential aircraft. So he has requested that they give him a brief on the state of the unit itself, that's the communication squadron, the planes under their control and what have you. That report is here to show time. So pending the receipt of that report to determine the state of the aircraft and what have you, the president has been traveling the same way he was traveling in the position. He has been using the data jets since he was in the position. But the most critical point that must be made is that this alternative arrangement has not in any way, shape or form cost the Ghanaian taxpayer a dime. President Mahama is mindful of the precarious economic situation we are in, and therefore is minded to utilize public funds in the most prudent of ways. So he is not about to dole out millions of Ghana cedis, as used to be the case in the very recent past under the previous government, to rent expensive aircraft to sit in. This aircraft has been available to him since his days in position. He has used it. Indeed, some of the vessels that I referred to in the immediate aftermath of his election as president in December 2024 were undertaken with this aircraft. It has not led to any cost whatsoever to the Ghanaian taxpayer. But President Mahama is committed to using the presidential jet as soon as he gets the all clear from the communications squadron of the Ghana Air Force.
Felix, is this private jet the president's plan?
So you guys have heard from Felix, and he made it clear. This private jet is being used by the president in order to wait for the report from the armed forces. Once they have the report from the armed forces, then a decision will be made whether to use the presidential jet or not. But until then, you're going to continue using the brothers' private jet. And these people are just making noise about it because they need propaganda. But let me tell them, these MPP folks, the food soldiers, the media land guard is not going to work. Just 12 days. You are crying. You are looking for stories. 12 days. Oh. See this man, John Mahama, in 12 days. See what he have done. From 30 ministries to 23. That's what he have done. He started thinking about cutting costs. And you people are afraid because he's coming to reset Ghana. Because once he is able to fulfill the promises of Ghanaians, Charlie, MPP, you guys going to stay back for a long time. I want you to watch this video. And after this video, I will move to the next topic. You see how some of the appointees in the previous government, MPP, they use the Jata private jet to go to the late Teresa Akuffo's funeral. You watch. I want you guys to see the video for yourself. You watch. You watch. You see? That's them getting off the private jet. See, when Mahama is using it is a problem. But when they are using it, there's no problem. See, videos will never lie. See, when you do something and you have the video, it will stay forever. You cannot hide it. So today they are crying foul. But they use and enjoy this private jet in the past. You see how these MPP folks are wicked. They think they are doing us, but they are not doing us. Right? There's nothing they can do. And then, see, because of their evil deed, how they cause financial loss to this country, while they did a haircut, and people, pensioners that have bond, they can't even get their money. People are suffering. See the price of cement today. See the price of rice, oil. See how they push more than half of the population of Ghana into poverty. See how they seize land. And today, Ora is saying that Ghanaians, if you have something about this previous government, tell us so that we can put everything together and send it to the authority to take the right action. So now see some MPP MPs, the micro minority, they are coming out and say that if Ora call any of their members, they shouldn't go. You see, they are afraid of. Because if you know, you did not steal anything, you didn't see, like you didn't acquire any government property illegally, why will you be afraid? You listen to them.
Our advice from the minority is to boycott any invitation from the Ora team. We are not going to be part of it because we believe that there are constitutionally established bodies that can investigate any so-called misdeeds of the government. What are they doing? What they are doing is to go about disturbing people, entering homes, taking vehicles, seizing vehicles, and more or less taking over lands from people who have genuinely purchased land. What the former government officials have done is to acquire properties that legally they could acquire. The people of Ghana should not tolerate this order, which is out there to only persecute the former government officials. Thank you very much.
You see, these people are making noise for no reason. And the chairman of the Ora Commission have said it clear, time and time again, that Ora is not set to persecute people. Ora was not set to go after people's property, but Ora was set up to collect information. If you have seen something, say something. And they have collected more than 700 leads. And their job is to sometime when they get those leads, they go and verify. You have seen last week where some bungalows, they have some private owners or private developers wanted to destroy some of the bungalows that were occupied by some of the government workers. And so they follow the lead and stop the people. So, see, Ora is not going into people's house to seize their property. Ora is not going to seize people's car, lands. But all that they are doing is to collect information and validate those information. And Ablakwa, the chairman of that commission, the anti-corruption team, right, the Ora, Operation Recover All Loot, was clear. Their job is to collect information, put it in a nice report, and give it to the president. And the president will decide what to do. But the aim is that after the president review it, what is he going to do? He's going to give it to the attorney general or the institution that are capable to prosecute or do further investigation. The man was clear. But because of cheap politics, and because they are afraid that they will get arrested, see their propaganda.
Our mandate at this point is simply to gather information. That's all we are doing. Okay. We are a receptacle. We are receiving evidence, information, data. And then when we have received that, we want to make sure our report is credible, is thorough. So you see us doing field assessments, carrying out validation to make sure that the reports that have come through, either through our toll-free numbers, through our websites, our email, or people coming to volunteer information, all of those reports, we make sure we verify them, they are well validated, and then it will be put together in a comprehensive, credible, impartial report, which will be presented to His Excellency the President. So this is phase one. What we are doing is just phase one,
right? Gathering
the evidence. So when, for example, I hear the minority today hold a press conference and say that they are asking the
sound like Júbiléé ya message so very like na wa share prefer so ensa atinya kana say subscribe me to your POG political highway now but your subscription now we say a lot na ensem ya to say and so ebesin ko yi kamia ko say the NDC MPP some few days on co-opposition to say kamia ko say omonda ato omone adwendwen to say Numa Bonia also a deal my bang, say a handsy or match, say, and yes, and get to a car. But I say better also, Nayabo, a day in Sema, a this war, a day, a by him. That's it.
Their members not to respond to our invitation. Nobody is inviting anybody. We have not been inviting people. We are not investigating people. We are not summoning people. We have not called anybody to appear before us. We are gathering the evidence for phase one. When we present our report, then Ora will move into the next gear, which is phase two. And that is where the president will then bring in the Attorney General, institutions like IOCO, OSP, CID, and others, and then the prosecutions, the retrievals, the recoveries, the surcharges, the disallowances. That's where we will move to the next phase.
So you heard it from the man. It's clear that Ora is not going around to snatch people's property. And that's the propaganda these people are trying to portray. But it's not true. See, I saw a video from Roxanne, right? I saw this video from Roxanne, who was saying something that the way fake soldiers and fake police people came to seize his property, it was so sad. So MPP is thinking that NDC is going to do the same thing that they did in the past. But they should be lucky that at least for this time around, NDC have like a team. They have a team that is going through the right process, that is going through a process that is not illegal. But you know, because they are afraid of what they did in the past, right? That's why they are telling their members, don't go, don't go, don't go. You listen.
They are even fortunate that this president has given an official stamp and constituted a committee of this nature to handle the issues in the manner they are doing. In 2017, me, I acquired a land.
Mm-hmm. Listen to his story. So sad.
Legal work.
So sad. When I heard the story, I said, "Is this Ghana?"
Registered.
They are someone
in the law.
Guys, you should share the lives. Invite your friends.
Put up my 8-bedroom house. One night, one dawn, State Housing came with the support of the police and the military to raise it down and some of my neighbors, under the pretext that it was a state land. We've been in court since.
Wow.
They can't prove their case.
For 8 years?
Yes. They can't prove their case. They've destroyed my property.
Wow.
The president didn't set up ORA at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just came in a Gestapo manner.
Gangster manner.
Look, they brought a military vehicle occupied by about 7 military men with guns and policemen to cordon off the area before they carried out the operation. I took evidence. I took the video of the vehicle number plate. I contacted the military. They said they don't know that vehicle. It's not part of their fleet of vehicles. They don't know the men.
Some hoodlums.
Thank you. But they came in full military regalia.
Jesus Christ.
And that person suffered.
Is this Ghana?
People were in vehicles in traffic. They were taken out of their vehicle.
Wow.
And the vehicles taken away from them. Till today, you are fortunate to have ORA that is being decent about demand for information. Under your government, you were taking property from people that you suspected were government. Suspicion that it was government property in traffic. People have been quiet. So
NPP never
this
again.
criticism, it's a very lame one.
Hey, did you see that? So under the leadership of Addo in 2017, see how they were snatching car, taking properties for people illegally on the suspicion. No investigation. They didn't take the people to court. They were using fake police and military to snatch property from people. But today, see, ORA is not doing any of those. But see the propaganda. They go around and say that they are doing this, they are doing that. See, God will punish them the way they are making Ghana to suffer. Do you know today? Let me tell you this story. But remember, like in 15-20 minutes, you're going to have the chance to call this line. +1 240 608 9264 to contribute to the show. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Our WhatsApp line will be open in the next 15 minutes. You see, what is so shameful is that this MPP government, they told us that they are coming to protect the public purse. They went round to take loans, right? But they did not pay for those loans. They're supposed to pay for, you see the stuff they are seeing on the screen? They're supposed to pay for all this between 2021 and 2024. But they push everything to Mahama because of the way they are corrupt. You see, because of the greediness that these people have, because of the corruption, bribery, nepotism. Now, see all this that we are owing. So, John Mahama had to look for money to pay all this loan. In 2025, we need to pay about 12.6 billion cedis. In 2026, we need to pay about 15.7 billion cedis. In 2027, we have to look for 53 billion. And in 2028, we have to look for 48 billion. And that's not all, my people. Do you know that we also have to pay $1 billion Eurobond annually? That's what we have to do. And we have to look for money to pay our bilateral partners and also other institutions. See, these people have messed up the country to the standard. Mahama had to really reset the country. See how they have put this entire country into energy crisis. See, we are lucky that we have somebody like John Mahama that is coming to what? To do what? To make sure that he restore hope and stability in Ghana. See all this money. We have to pay all this. 2025, 12 billion. 2026, 15. 2027, 53. 2028, 58 billion. And on top of that, annually we have to pay 1 billion Eurobond annually. And then we have to also service the debt or with our bilateral partners and other institutions. And they are putting so much pressure on this government. And listen to our finance minister talking about this. It's a shame this government, Charlie, they have chopped the money. That's why you have seen this Katamato where the fire, like the Katamato was burnt and what do you call Bawumia went there. He was able to give $200,000 because of what? They stole so much money. You listen to Akuffo.
We'll do whatever it takes to clear the harms that has been created as a result of the debt restructuring. For example, I've looked at the domestic maturities carefully, and you can see that as a result of the debt restructuring, 2025, this year, we'll have to pay off amortization, debt repayment, not interest, 12.6 billion Ghana cedis, domestic. 2026, you have to repay another 15.7 billion Ghana cedis. 2027, you have to pay 53 billion, and 2028, 48 billion. So you could see the harms that have been created. It's frightening and worrying. You have similar harms that has been created at the Eurobond side. You have billions of dollars this year already. We've paid about $364 million US, and others that are coming up. From next year, you'll be compelled to pay every year $1 billion US in the Eurobond market. The bilateral official creditors don't know yet because they've not signed the MOU at all.
See, the most appalling issue is that they have messed up the country. So the economy of Ghana is so ruined that Mahama have to come and clean everything and restore hope and stability. See, all this money Mahama need to look for and pay 2025, 2026, 2027, and 2028. Eurobond, we need to pay. See, that's why you see these people. It's like when you see all this money, all this loan they went in for, and see how Ghanaians are suffering. See how many people are pushed into poverty. See the city. This is the MPP government is the worst government ever, and we are praying that will never come again. See what they are doing to our energy sector through their greed. Through the greed of the MPP and Addo. See what they have done to the energy sector. Today we have power crisis. We have high tariff. We have unsustainable debt in the power sector. This is
but that's it. So Jebre na je penny edema a POG political highway no Téàm Brown so any be political news no and the daily update no and from Brown so you now so let's say the echo so e wo my Ghana mu na so subscribe to POG and dey kwan so a so be drop subscription now so hit the notification bell no na wa share no for so enter atimi aka na so sen kai bia na sen komo twetwe bi so a obetimi so abo e dey read the comment section no now so we dim komo na POG Media branch e beba na yen so ya be ma ho emu me that's it. So Jebre na je penny edema POG political highway. The best